Yes, people, me again, Mr. B. And today we want to talk about the big news that hit the road yesterday afternoon. This was the ticket pricing, the release of tickets for the big Vybz Kartel, much anticipated Vybz Kartel concert slated for the end of the year. Now, of course, unless you've been living under a rock, you would have known that um, Vybz Kartel was ordered to be ordered released from prison, where he had been languishing for the better part of the last 13 years on a murder charge. And of course, the Court of Appeal, following an appeal by Kartel and his legal team to the UK Privy Council, who overturned the original conviction and, as a consequence, sent the decision back to the Jamaican local courts. And of course, they determined that there was no sense trying him again. And so Vybz Kartel is a free man and free to pursue his music career. And one of the questions that I posed immediately on news of his release is the impact this ought to have or should have on the Jamaican dancehall scene with this transformation. Listen, whether you like Vybz Kartel, yes or no, you have to, if you're following the music, it's clear that the dancehall music scene has no greater lyricist than Vybz Kartel. And so what we was anticipating is what would his potential impact be on the music scene. And of course, being the cerebral individual that he obviously is, within hours of his release, he put out a 12-track EP project, which he entitled First Week Out. And of course, the marketplace gobbled this up. The EP basically ran to number one on most streaming platforms. And I think it succeeded in answering a question that for a man of his ilk would want to have gotten some answers to, and that is what is the potential impact that he's gonna have on the music scene. And so, coming on the heels of that, it was hardly unexpected that there would now be talks of shows. In fact, there was some spurious reporting that there were shows slated for Guyana and elsewhere in the Caribbean and so on. But as it now stands, Kartel has basically connected with Joseph Bogdanovich, who is the owner of Sumfest, one of the biggest and investor in Jamaican music over the last 10 years, to be exact, right? He bought Sumfest, the Sumfest productions from the Summerfest promotions team that owned the concert. And with it, took out a 30-year lease on the Catherine Hall property, where he is now expanding and improving, to deepen his footprints in the Jamaican music industry. But he has now signed on with Kartel to promote this concert called Freedom Street. And so last night, early this morning, 3 o'clock this morning, the actual tickets were released for sale. The publication came out yesterday afternoon as to what the prices for the tickets were. And knowing Jamaican people, we don't really read the details, we read the photograph. One of the newspaper published that ticket prices range from 10,000 US to 1,500 US dollars to go to Vybz Kartel concert. Of course, there's many a slip between the cup and the lip, many a slip between what is published and the details. And so we want to just jump into some of the details here. Of course, the tickets went on sale 3 o'clock this morning with prices ranging from $125 $125 United States dollars we are talking about, to 4,000 US dollars. And we're gonna give some breakdown on that. Now, $125 is essentially 20,000 Jamaican dollars using the current exchange rate, right? And that gave a seat in the bleachers. 300 US dollar, which works out to just about 47,000 Jamaican dollar, gave a seat in the grandstand, right? And then you have some other prices that range. Infield area ticket, which is located behind the center stage. Tickets for that area, 400 US dollars, that work out to about 62,500 Jamaican dollar. And then you have the cycle track pods. These are private pods that, come with everything. Premium liquor, 6 bottles of premium liquor, hostesses and security and so on. Proximity to the food court, because I know everybody will try to make money out of this thing. And that will run you 10 grand US, 1.5 million Jamaican dollars. At first, it sounded like it's a piss pot load of money, but when you check it out, nah. I think the prices are fairly reasonable, right? They have the center stage area, 1,500 US, that work out again 200 and just about 237 to 240,000 Jamaican dollars. Now, what are these prices saying? For one, it is not inconsistent for a show with, extremely good caliber artists. Vybz Kartel is yet to prove himself. He has been away for almost 14 years. And the question that it begs is, what is the state of his health and his ability to go through with this kind of show, given the kind of eyes that will be on him and the expectation of the audience in terms of his, and his own ability to deliver. Again, there are a lot of detractors out there who have different views on this whole cartel thing. I am not going to join that kind of conversation. My philosophy is that he came face to face with the system, and the system didn't do what others would have expected. And so, coming out of the same system, he's now a free man, and him free to make a living. And hopefully one would hope that, change direction if you believe that this was always his forte. Change direction and see how it takes. Now, as far as Kartel, though, in terms of his impact on the music and the impact on the show stage, it certainly is going to provide, it's widening the offers for showgoers and people who are into that kind of entertainment. By adding this as an additional item on the entertainment calendar. It's the final show of 2024. I believe that this is going to be, the potential for this is that it opens up the marketplace for greater participation. Me always believe in a Jamaican music and its entertainment value and its economic potential. And certainly, if this becomes a successful showing, it is one more feather in the cap of Jamaicans. Let's call a spade a spade. Whether you like Kartel, yes or no, Kartel has a very strong presence within the international music marketplace, right? I believe that the show, properly produced, properly presented, should attract a wide cross-section of people, particularly people from outside of Jamaica. This is not a show that is being marketed largely to Jamaicans, but it is marketed to his fans all over the world with him there. And so you can expect, if the numbers step up, you expect a good 30,000 crowd in attendance, and you're gonna be expecting a lot of traffic, international air traffic, if you will, people coming in from all over the world, because that's the nature of the man. That's his fan base. His fan base is not limited to Jamaica or the Gaza community as is expressed, but across the world. The man's input and impact on the dancehall music is unquestionable. And so for me, I am more interested in the ability of the show. Again, may I treat the man as a free man. He came up against the system. System failed to hold him, and so I'm free to come out the street and do what he does best. If that works, it is going to be a big plus for the entertainment roster in Jamaica. It is going to provide opportunities for small businesses. People remember, if an active DJ dancehall persona like this man is going to bring some pluses to the journey, and so and some pluses to the whole dancehall industry, food and beverage, hotel accommodation, both in terms of regular hotel rooms, Airbnb rooms, and so on. This is the kind of approach that I have always believed that our music ought to take. Our music is perhaps the biggest draw of visitors to the country. And so a show with a cartel, again, given his reputation as a DJ and his ability to put music and lyrics out, I expect that Bogdanovich is going to be going all out to make this a highly successful show. If what he has done with Sumfest is anything to go by, the showgoers would be in for a treat. Let me know what you guys think. Tell me if you agree with my assessment of this whole thing. And of course, if you do, let me get your comments in the feedback section, the comment section. And if you have not yet done so, if you like the video, hit the like button. And again, if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. We want to be presenting, commentaries like this, social, political, economic, and other cultural issues from time to time. But let me get your feedback. Let me hear what you think. And of course, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to grow this as much as possible. And again, your feedback would be extremely well appreciated. More time.